I'm a bit late because right when I went to get food before this, I was, first of all, I was just stuck in a Patreon Q&A. I'm like, oh god, I need to wrap this fucking question up and microwave something. I go out to microwave something. I get to the front of the house, and the screen's just blasted off one of the windows, and it's in the front yard right now. And it's because
that's not where it should be.
No. And I guess it's because Fry broke out, because Andrew wants to save on heating. So when he leaves, he freaking opens all the windows so that the air can just air condition naturally, which doesn't help me because I'm locked in my room. So I just bake. And so I'm like, why is it so hot today? And when it's cold out, and it's like, oh, it's because he's trying to save on air conditioning while he's not home. He's letting me suffer. But the consequence of this has been
your window.
No, I can't, because there's constant outside noises when I'm recording.
Yeah, you just put a sound gate. You're fine. You'll be
no, because then every time you talk, you hear like every time you start saying a word, or like dogs barking that will be let in alongside your words every time you speak. It's really noticeable when people have gates like that. But yeah, apparently his cat Fry just just knocked down the entire front window screen and just left. So I've texted Andrew because I'm like, your cat is gone.
Ain't here.
You're gonna have to look for him. He's not gonna let me get him back in. So you're gonna have to catch your cat again. Apparently, I don't know what to do about that. That's rough. Oops. He wants me to catch the... Do I have to do that? Okay. He's sending me instructions on how to catch his cat. God damn it.
I mean, are you going to go catch his cat?
I can try.
We have to consciously delay for that.
Yeah, I know. It's bad timing. I'm really stressed out right now, if I'm being honest.
You just need to tell 100%. Him, I can't do this right now.
But that's selfish, right? Like, this fucked?
No, this is a pre-planned thing that needs to happen that isn't reliant on just you. If I'm
in a situation where I feel like no matter what I do, I'm the bad guy to someone. And
no, you can tell him that I'm the bad guy. The producer of the show that you make, that is a weekly commitment, otherwise we can't do it for 2 weeks, says, sorry, Andrew, drive home. It's your emergency to deal with.
There are 225 people relying on you to do this right now.
Is Fry just in the yard, or would you have to go look for him?
I mean, the sun's down, so I don't know.
Yeah. Then you're just be like, dude, you gotta come home to deal with it. That's an Andrew problem.
Oh, there's Ka.
Hello, I'm last.
You're here. We were just wondering if you had already lost power and internet hours ago and couldn't tell us.
That would be the case, because as soon as we lose power on the island, our one repeater tower goes down. Yeah. And we have no texting either. So if I do disappear, you will not hear from me.
Oh god, that's
which island are you on again?
We're on Whidbey. It's the biggest continental United States island. That's a weird designation. How are islands continental?
Whidbey?
Whidbey.
It's Whidbey outside.
It's not even the fun island in Seattle.
Oh, there's a bunch of little rich people islands all around us. We're on the Navy Schlum Island.
I'm on Whidbey Island.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm now actually really amused at the idea that the weather moves in a single direction rather than in a current that swirls around in the Grail. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stop asking questions. Stop saying things. we only have so much production value.
And I do love the cloud effects.
All right, I just broke up a cat fight.
Between the cat and the dog?
No, between the cat and a wild cat.
Oh, you found the cat?
Or a neighborhood cat. Yeah, I got him.
Did you
throw some powder or something? Or
all right, I can stop stressing about that. But there's no idle banter unless you guys had a really cool conversation.
Nah, hell no.
I'll find out later when I listen. I don't know what happened while I was gone. Jesus. All right, so I can stop being worried about that.
Correct. Render the credits.
No.
Okay.
God damn it.
Did you get scratched?
I need fucking medicine.
No.
I started the process of logging into all the different accounts multiple times.
I'm feeling very smart that I lied to my boss and acted like I was working for the last hour of work, and took a nap instead.
Until they watch the idle banter.
I mean, at least one of them knows my YouTube channel, but that's fine. He's not a narc.
I worked on 75 things today, but still did it wrong.
It's always fun.
I believe you.
I literally said I was gonna do it. God damn, I need fucking drugs. Like clearly, like this isn't normal. Why can't I just do things?
I relate.
We did it.
Everyone survived the travel home from BLFC.
Yeah,
No one got injured, right? I didn't injure anybody.
not this time.
Not
You
this
didn't even
time.
try.
Yeah, up your game.
You're right.
For those of us, or for those of you, wow, guys, I just took a nap. Can you tell? For those of you that said hello to us at BLFC, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. There were a few people that showed up to our little impromptu get together, which was very nice. We got some cool swag, and I got stopped. I got recognized in fursuit once, and people were like, "I know you from the internet. I love your tabletop," and I was like, "Thank you." So the word is getting out there. The word is getting out on Shattered Grail, on No Playing Games. Everyone who's watching in chat right now is a real one. You were one of the OGs. Good job. You can tell people that you liked it before it was cool.
And before it all went downhill.
Yep.
Thank you guys all so much. Maybe we will do a bigger thing at a future convention. We are conspiring. It will be fun. But we'll see how that shakes out. For the time being, though, welcome back, everybody, to the penultimate session of Shattered Grail Disc 1. That's right. We've only got one more session after this one until we're done with the season. Now that we have had a week off to recharge and conspire against you, we are ready to jump in and cruise towards next week's season finale.
Wait, we were conspiring? Was it just you, or were all of us doing
We're
that?
all conspiring against you, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
get
were
my
so
vengeance.
busy and popular during the con that we all had to plan against you. So that's what we did while you were not hanging out with us and hanging out with all of your cooler friends.
Too much volunteer and not enough hot tub makes Marty a dull boy? Is that what we're going with?
I don't want to take away from the show to do a sort of live idle banter, but I do want to say that Marty is consistently like the most popular person at a con. It is near impossible to get any time to hang out with Marty at a con because he's just doing everything and hanging out with everyone. It's truly shocking and alarming.
So if you see an opportunity to snap a picture with him, do it. It's worth money.
Do it.
Jesus Christ.
Live updates of Warriors at any moment.
I don't think people realize just how emotionally devastating this entire episode has been for Tierney. He is a completely defeated man. He is the world's most defeated man.
I think he could be even more defeated.
Yeah, we're about to go into combat, it sounds like, so we'll see.
I feel like he still really trusts his sister, and I don't know if I toaster buy that Madeline is like evil or had a heel turn. I think something weird is happening with all this weird forgery shit happening. And this isn't the writer in me speaking. This is the toaster playing the game speaking. I'm not sure what the fuck call is pulling, but Tierney has like utmost faith in his sister because they really did. They're the only people each other have, really. But yeah, I think
that's some bullshit.
Tierney is just the most
he
defeated
always be
man.
on that bullshit.
It's true.
Man, it sucks. It sucks being a dad in a fantasy world.
Sometimes a family is just 5 dads.
I was
Daughter child.
I was shitting myself when Ka was brought in the merchant, and then Ingvi was like, "Let's get rid of the kid," because I'm like, "No," because I already had my idea for the episode cliffhanger.
Oh,
That's
my bad.
good.
And I was like, "Uh-oh."
Now that we had talked about that at BLFC, I didn't realize that there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh boy.
That was a fun subversion.
No, I just made up a bunch of shit on the spot in the episode.
Yeah. We planned it.
And I like talked about things out loud with the group.
That's not how role playing works.
I mean,
You prep.
I'll kick down
The
your
other
door too.
Yeah, no, because if Ingvi hadn't initiated that conversation, Henrik was trying to think of a way to get rid of the kid.
Yeah. I mean, I think we as
No way.
players are all trying to find a way to get rid of the kid. It's how do we weave that into a character that's difficult.
it's more like not take a child into active war zone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I kind of think everything's about to be an active war zone, so
Yeah, I got it.
safer under our purview than not.
We did give the kid a gun.
We did give the kid a gun, which
Magic
frankly,
gun.
Might be
Tierney,
cool.
I mean,
It could be
he's
for the
all
best.
for that Second Amendment.
Deal.
The right to
Anyway.
bear arms.
A fox in space showed up in chat again. That's twice now.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he's been in
was
chat quite a few times. He's
Henrik-
multiple episodes of CE2.
Henrik also believes in the right to bear arms.
The tar is such a uniquely fucked up perspective to flatten because it's also
It is.
like a long
really is.
body character.
Hypertar. Wait, that's something else. Never mind. I meant, like, in the
Interesting
terms of,
words
like-
you strung together there.
like, in the-
Would you like
in
to
the-
share with
in
the
meaning
class?
of hypercube.
Uh-huh. Tar 3.
Look, I'm thinking in 4 dimensions. You're thinking of
Uh-huh.
unpure things.
Chat just said, Valerian, I didn't understand your actions. You're so tsundere.
I've been enjoying reading what chat has to say. It's very
fun.
interesting reading how chat responds to our characters versus like the emotional toil of going through them. I just feel like, man, I'm like the saddest I've ever been, and people are like, Tierney's so angry, and I'm like, I'm just sad. Tierney's just sad today.
That was a
Sorry,
lot.
I was useless in that combat, guys.
No,
You progressed some out of combat goals way faster than they should have been progressed. You have cut like an entire chapter out of next week.
I'm so sorry.
I think it was actually great though, because it created this interesting back and forth of Tierney outside making the worst decisions in his life, while something that he thinks is not happening is happening inside, which is just always fun, dramatic irony for the audience.
You guys correctly went for Poppy first in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering whether or
Poppy
not
is terrifying.
I was the final boss of this campaign was Poppy.
Yeah. I could have made him a villain there. That would have been fun. Give him 2 turns around.
Oh no.
The other spells Poppy did not get to cast this week. He had I Cast Me Too, where he just mimics the last spell that was cast.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
that's
glad
not
he
gonna
did
be a
not
problem.
use that on these like laser cannon thingy.
Oh no.
And I Cast Feet. You don't get to see what that does.
Ooh.
Sure, the
I'm
Fenris
really,
will-
really thankful that my assumption that taking them out would put an end to the zombies. I was like, please let this work, because we are so
Yup.
screwed if we don't get rid of them.
Yup. This is
Very
also
good.
why I had people guarding him, but then they got stunned by Sleepy God.
I figured,
Wait,
and I knew you were
actually-
trying to provoke me too, which wouldn't that have locked me into combat with Gaston? Yeah, so I kind of felt that was a thing, that it's like, now I'm just gonna ignore this guy and go after the obviously terrifying one.
I'm so sad that I missed the PowerPoint party.
Oh, that was wild.
It was
very
really- it
NSFW.
was a
I don't
lot.
know if it would have been everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, and I didn't
That
get to
dick
do
reveal.
mine. But yeah, the ones that did happen were very NSFW.
I have a very fun idea for next year already.
Cool. I'm curious to see what it is. That gives me more time for me to flesh mine out, or maybe just turn mine into a YouTube video. We'll see what happens.
I think we maybe had like 7 people up for it, and then 4 of them dropped out of it or something. We ended up with like 3.
I made like real progress on mine. I really started mine, but I just did not. I was not like a fifth of a way done with it still. Yeah,
you know what Meatloaf says? 3 out of 7 ain't bad.
Is that
Meatloaf had Meatloaf had like an estate sale? All right, like he had a house like close to where I grew up. And this is gonna sound made up. This is gonna sound absolutely made up. My friend was buying a stereo from him, and it had a Meatloaf CD in it, which is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did he put it in there before, after, like
he was listening to his own CD
thing for you?
That's like the implication, but maybe like someone else put it in as a joke. Like the person running this. I don't know. I have no idea what the context for that is, but that's always
it's very funny.
Lives in my head as like a really bizarre kind of funny thing.
The idea that someone had to buy Meatloaf's old used stereo.
It's probably a good stereo.
I guess.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a decent boombox or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. This was an insane session.
This was a fun session. I like this. It keeps
happening. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Good rolls, Keith.
I did have the immediate reaction at the up front. I'm like, what would be funny is if I just summoned the god that we're mad at right now.
I didn't even think you could fucking talk to the gods. This ruins so much cool shit. I love it.
Didn't even question the fact that Henrik could talk to it, and it apparently talks like a computer, which none of us understand.
God, it's Barochi.
So
they're all Barochi.
Oh no.
The Barochi hive mind has invaded the Grail.
No.
I am the hungry god.
I rate this god 3 out of 10. Its stats aren't very good.
Potential plot hole brought up by Andrew. Jetcraft in the. I think we have a good explanation for this.
He said, Andrew was watching?
No. He said, can we talk about Gunner? We know they were under control, but at least they have some agency on what to do. So why did he say to put up bombs? Wouldn't that kill Gloria if she was trapped inside?
It depends on the exact orders he was issued.
Interesting. Okay. I kind of feel like maybe she was going to get to a spot where they were going to get close enough to the Black Gate and they'd be safe, and it was to like that would seal off an entrance. Maybe, I don't know.
Specifically, his orders were don't let anyone in.
Yeah, fair enough.
Blowing up the only doorway will achieve that.
They have not like shown a particular like GIF or competency, so
no, that's why they're the mud boots.
Tierney's so proud of that, but Poppy is terrifying. But then
so it was like just
a hurricane.
Gun, just giving a gun to a child and saying, "Hey, here's a toy." It's got the same energy.
Poppy is like giving a gun to a hurricane. You're right.
What?
I just remember that Hellboy panel. It's like, oh, it's that chimpanzee's got a gun.
Yeah. Is that a monkey with a gun? Blam.
That's Poppy.
Oh God, this is an insane session.
It was a lot of fun.
It was good justification for trying to get rid of Tierney with the child, because I was already thinking about it, and then I was like, we fucked up like every roll on the way here. Travel is going so poorly, and this child is in danger from just walking to the next place.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we rolled I think we rolled like an 8 and a 7. About as bad as that.
We
could
were
be
rolling
going.
too good. Should have had you roll.
That didn't work.
No,
either.
his rolls were great tonight.
Man,
they're high, which is what you don't want for a travel roll.
Yeah, it never works out when I'm walking. That's when I get negged by Ka for having at least my snow angel as wings. This is evil.
Didn't want you to forget.
The discovery rolls you failed to make if you rolled a 1 while traveling, where you find a skeleton. This one's not animate, thankfully. It's wearing an all-weather cloak. It appears to be effective. It only gives you fire resistance.
1 weather cloak.
And then you find another one. Okay, someone is selling these. There's a scam artist in Vega.
Oh, it's very specific. Might be a short idle banter this week, but we're tired. A lot happens, but also Toaster needed to go immediately because his job is a nightmare and he needs to go to sleep. Woof! What a fucking nightmare! Oh. If we take the thing literally, Valerian nearly killed himself to hold a crumbling tower together and then blasted 3 guys so hard that the god stopped to take notice, which is a way of interpreting comical dice rolls. I guess that works out. Knowing how this is going, though, last time when I had to go fight my evil old man dad, all of my rolls completely failed and Jet got ripped in half. So looking forward to that one. That's gonna be great for me. We had disagreement back and forth with Toaster about the kid, but it doesn't have to be justified completely what Valerian thinks. He just has to think that. That's all that really matters, Toaster, is that Valerian feels a certain way about the NPC, and that justifies his actions. But yeah, there is a huge mess of everyone being enslaved in every direction at once. So as far as I could pick up before, the Henrik's old dude was enslaving those other guys, and that's why the centaur was like, do we belong to you now? Which actually took me time to pick up on, because in the moment I was just thinking like, oh, is it because I've been collecting people? And I'm like, I'm not going to collect more people. We're not dealing with this. But over time I realized like, oh, wait, I think, because Raka said that bit, and I'm like, oh, those people are owned, aren't they? But then now Gloria's mind controlling the mud boots, so it's just kind of happening all around. The suggestion seems to be that the mud boots are being controlled, maybe even by collars, which makes me wonder if Tierney might have made a mistake in missing the idea that he might have been able to remove collars, or was there a head explosion thing going on? A lot happened at once. I was a bit frazzled today because right like 5 minutes before we started, I went out to microwave something and saw that the front window was busted open. The screen of the window was busted open, and Andrew's cat had escaped and was getting in territorial spats with other cats in the neighborhood, and I had to figure out how to lure the cat back inside. So while I think I had some good role-play moments this session, I was extremely like shortly recovering from something adjacent to it, an anxiety attack, as I had to figure out how to quickly not have this cat get lost or die or something, while also needing to show up to a show that 200 people show up to live. So I was just kind of having a day. So if it felt like I didn't internalize certain pieces of information, it's because my mind's been moving very quickly tonight. Although in particular, I had an additional difficulty, which is that when Tierney was getting this news about, I think, the coronation, my internet turned off. So I actually don't know what happened in that conversation. I'm going to check the stream later to find out what the merchant said to him. But I actually don't know at all what was said, because I genuinely just lost everything at once, which I wasn't streaming, so it wasn't noticeable to anybody else. But I'm like, I'm just gone. Well, hope I can get this internet back before anything relevant to me happens. It was kind of the tone at that moment. I guess I'm making up for the idle banter by just chatting now on my own. To clarify my comment at the end of like, why were they fighting? It's because we've only had glimpses of these characters, and I was specifically referring to why were the people that Henrik knew fighting the mud boots. I was like, they ended up here, and for what reason? Like, we walked in on this, and I don't think we know yet exactly what's going on there or what brought them there specifically and why they were fighting. Like what, almost as if they were laying siege to the tower or something like that. But also there's a lot of lore going on, so sometimes I can trip up a little bit and not always get it. But then you just get if you play a character who just genuinely doesn't know a lot, which is definitely Jet and Valerian in many cases, then I get away with that because they just genuinely have limited information anyway. Because Valerian doesn't know what those guys' deal was in the first place, and we only encountered them once from his perspective, so he just doesn't know necessarily what their motivation is beyond attacking him. And so his main takeaway was like realizing over time, like, oh, those guys were slavers, or most of them were slaves by count, but there was a slaver, and that's the people that attacked us. And then the putting together also the fact that like the people that sent the mud boots after Valerian specifically sent them with a collar to capture him. A collar with a seemingly transferable power where somebody could just control Valerian, like not just subdue him. Like I actually talked with Ka a long time ago. Like one of the rough drafts of Valerian was based on the Caves and Critters, I think it's called Caves and Critters. It's a furry webcomic that's been going on for a very long time that has many, many chapters at this point. And one of its opening chapter is about this mage cat that is kind of ruling over a city that's contained within like a magical bubble. So like no one can leave, and if they try to leave, they get teleported back in. So he's like not being that evil, like he's not actively terrorizing the people, but he is holding all of them captive and doing whatever he wants with this town. And then this heroic lion character comes in and defeats him. And when he's defeated, he's also then bound with these magic gloves that have shackles around them that specifically limit his power. I think he can. It's been ages since I read this, but I think he can still cast some magic, but he's not like an all-powerful sorcerer like he was before. He specifically has a limit on his magic going forward. And so that was a vague idea up front, was just the idea that Valerian would then lose his ability to cast magic or something while he's a captive. But where things have gone ultimately is instead that he has they're using these things that specifically instead of that like just capturing him, subduing him like that and making him powerless and then just dragging him back or killing him, which is what a logical thing is to do in many cases when someone's doing this up to this kind of shit. They specifically want to put a thing on him where he could still fully engage all of his magical powers and summon gods presumably, but he would potentially be taking orders from somebody or being controlled in some way by somebody. So it's like he's realizing that the collars that he used on everybody else were meant for him. Like that makes them slavers, basically. Like they were going to capture somebody and turn him over to forces that had a vested interest in the idea of capturing him and like having that happen. Like that's a worrying implication for whoever wants to capture the powerful sorcerer, and because that implies that there's some power structure that wants to specifically exploit what he's capable of instead of simply putting him in an Arkham Asylum or whatever, or killing him or putting him in a cell or whatever. So that's not a good sign. But obviously we're looking at this right now, and this isn't a good sign either. The people that the guy that empowered him to do this at all clearly wanted him to do exactly what he's doing, and I don't know what even happens next. It'd be interesting to see. Does Valerian have the gods ripped from him? Do they never get used again? Does Valerian like overcome this and still have these summons in some way, or is he going to lose his entire class? Is he just going to be an elementalist and no longer be an arcanist? mechanically, I don't know what happens there. Do I get to refund my my level points into a different Elementalist or something? It's also funny because I have never summoned 2 of these gods, so we haven't seen it. But I actually do have unique sprites and portraits for the other 2 gods. The struggle is that they're very situational. Like the god I started with is pretty powerful. He can give elemental resistance to my entire team and nuke the entire enemy party. The other ones are all extremely situational by comparison. Sleeping in Snow less so, but the Devouring God or the Howling God significantly more situational than the other ones are. So, and it's a struggle figuring out what fight I'd use them in, because while it is fun to just be like, haha, use this random summon just to show the visuals to the audience, it is extremely expensive. It uses the majority of my mana bar in a single go, so I can't do that much left in that fight. And you don't even recover MP per fight. You then have to get the MP back via spending items, and you don't know when that's going to be. Like how long in the story might be before you get your MP back, or when you get your items back. So it is extremely costly. So I've been hesitant to spam spells just for the sake of the novelty, and I'm trying to keep things relatively situational, but we shall see. It's been interesting playing this game because behind the scenes, I have, in the narrative, I basically have control over where we go and what we do. But I'm also somewhat mindful of like, okay, what assets exist? Where can I go plot wise, and also what motivations do I have to go there? Because we did have that one incident with Vega where I took us to a city that wasn't actually prepared. Which, in my defense, it was on the map, so you know. But it's interesting having a campaign where I constantly have the choice of where to go next. And have that power in my hands technically, but also trying to be mindful of the show and not just making shit up on the fly. And then we constantly don't have visuals because I could really sync things there. It's been a wild ride. I've had fun helping to try to make the child a much more significant part of the plot, which I think already he was. Like, I think that when Ka put the child in, it was a direct attack on Valerian to some extent. Like, he keeps going from place to place and wreaking havoc on them, robbing these places of their agency to some extent. Like, he thinks that he's making the world better by removing these deity figures and leaving people to fend for themselves without that guidance, because whatever comes next has to be better than that. But he doesn't actually stick around to see what the outcome is of these locations. A bit like Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, where like she'll like liberate this or that city, and then I think at one point, like, one of the places she was previously at like had ruin land upon them because she wasn't there to protect them or guide them, or she wasn't taking responsibility for each place that she was meddling in, and she was just fucking around making something seemingly better but then just leaving and assuming it would just all be better while she was gone, and things sometimes got worse when she was gone. And there's things like that. Like, we don't know what happened to each of these places. We don't know what happens with that empty town. We don't know what happens to the village that worshipped the sleeping god. And obviously the looming thing that I knew was probably going to come up all game was just like, he doesn't know what happened at the Aerie. There was little hints every now and then, somebody saying about what you, like, someone hints that I was being hunted related to what I did to the Aerie and so on, but it hinted at ruin having fallen in some way. But as far as the actual dialogue that he heard, it was just the fact that he did something bad, and I'm like, well, yeah, he's still their god. So I was able to continue to not go here and not actually respond to what was happening, and have plausible deniability in his mind between like what I got that Ka was probably hinting at versus what Valerian would interpret it as, because he doesn't know he's in a movie. He doesn't know that something's probably going on over there. But here specifically, with the Snow Village, we're confronted by an NPC that lives there, and we're taking away the only thing that they have left. And Valerian thinks that what he has left is garbage. Like, it's a death cult functionally that inters living people and function, and also has specifically not worked because everyone is gone, all of them, period, except this child. So it's not going well and will not end well. So it's leaving him with this belief, seems like dooming him to death in a way similar to what happened to Valerian, but there's no like action he can take that fixes things. There's no like idea that removing this god will get rid of what's wrong here, because it's so far gone that nothing's really left. And he thinks that the god is why it's like that, but you can't restore things that way either. So in some way he's making things worse because there was functionally nothing really left at that point. So it's wild. But yeah, like he sees these cults, like these local religious zealots in each group and their devotion to each things, and he sees the devotion as being to a false concept each time, mainly because he more or less had that proven to him in his own home. And so he thinks that he needs to take this child out of here, but he's also like inept at caring for this child or knowing at all what to do, but also can't leave him behind because it reminds him too much of what happened to him at the hands of these deities and what they took from him in similar contexts. So it's just been a wild case of like, what the fuck do you do here? So it made a lot of sense to be like, to release Tierney and potentially lose a party member. It was fun dumping that on people because I had no idea how people would react to that at the table. In this case, he chose to exert his free will and continue the quest, which admittedly, narratively and asset wise, is sometimes just the move to make, because you're like, well, what is this character going to do narratively in the following scenes, and also if they're in a different location, and like, do we have any visuals to show, and so on. But I still thought it was worth taking the swing and giving it a go, because it was a bit of a wild narrative moment in the moment. It's also just a thing that Valerian can't take back. He just relinquished his control over one of the party members, and that's it. Like, that character can leave. He can attack us. I didn't think it was likely he would attack us, because it's just not necessarily inherently productive to try to kill Valerian, and he's also significantly outnumbered, so I figured that the rest of the party would be too much of a threat for him to just try to start taking us down, because they're still compelled to defend me, basically. But the fact that the next room was the mud boots was not what I was anticipating. I'm like, okay, we're going to the area. I figure we'll see some horrible destruction or signs of corruption or something that's going on here. Maybe with the old man, maybe with the dragon. I was not expecting the mud boots to literally be on the next screen. So passing up, having Tierney gone for the mud boots fight would have been wild. But also just the fact that, like, until I realized the mud boots were also being mind controlled in some way, I was like, oh, Tierney technically has the power to realign himself with the mud boots right now if they were have their own free will and turn on us. And I'm like, oh, the math I had where he can't defeat our party is no longer true when he has a much larger party at his back. I'm like, oh wait, oh fuck. I did not know that was the next scene coming up. So that was about as bad as that could have gone, except for the part where they turned out to be mind controlled by Gloria. Don't know the exact mechanics of that. They didn't check. And Valerian was occupied, apparently holding the whole tower together, which I didn't think would work that well. And it worked way better than I thought it would, but also might have almost torn him in half. So he's having a time. I can't stress enough that poor Valerian has been walking on his feet this entire adventure, when he hasn't really had to walk all that much in his life. Like, the bats walk around indoors in their room and in their house and stuff a bit, but like the idea of going on a walk, the idea of having to walk somewhere, is just this poor, like 8 foot tall, frail dread twink. Like, he's having a rough time. It's no wonder that he fucks up at rolls whenever he has to travel. Like, think about how much that sucks if you're not used to walking at all. Man. Anyway, it's probably enough rambling on. Bit of a different idle banter. I figured I'd go on for a while because I don't know if I have any material to use otherwise. But it just happens. It's been a wild season. A lot of logistical constraints with everyone just being an adult with a life and technical difficulties and conventions and so on. But we've made it work overall. It's actually a miracle we've been this consistent so far in the seasons we've had, because it's just like there's a lot of players in these games, all of which have like jobs and vacations and surprise power outages and a number of other things that can all happen. Or in my case, last minute cat catastrophe, but we get through it. See you guys next week.